Welcome back to another video, which is 1.5 for GCSE Business, all about stakeholders and business. Really short video again here, but stakeholders is a really important part of GCSE and A-level business and basically every type of business qualification. But obviously I'm just covering it here mainly for OCR GCSE Business, but stakeholders is definitely worth getting your head around because it links into lots of different questions. So to kick things off, what is a stakeholder? So it's an individual or a group that has an interest in the business. So quite a loose definition there, but there's examples of stakeholders that you need to know. There's two different types of stakeholders: internal stakeholders and external stakeholders. Internal stakeholders are within the business and they basically either own the business or they work for the business. External stakeholders are outside of the business, so local communities, suppliers, customers and government. These are the stakeholder groups that you need to know. There's loads of stakeholders, like 30, 40, 50, 60 different stakeholders for a business. If you Google a list of stakeholders, you'll come up with loads of different ones. For OCR GCSE Business, you just need to know the ones that are listed here. So owners, employees, customers, suppliers, government and local community, and I'll go over what all of these are in just a sec. So again, who are the main stakeholders of, for an example here, Nando's? So we've got our different stakeholders all listed here, the 6 different ones that you need to know. So pause here, just maybe as a little task, pause and decide which ones are internal and which ones are external, and also then have a little think about what they may want from Nando's. Okay, so here's some of the things that these different stakeholders may want from Nando's. So we've got owners, which are obviously internal. They're likely to want, I put depends here because it may depend on what sort of situation the business is in. You know, if you link back to the last video, like, are we just surviving? Are we trying to expand, etc.? But usually they will want more profits, more growth, and potentially better security in the business in terms of financial security. Employees are internal stakeholders. They are likely to want security in their job to make sure that they're not at risk of losing their job. They'll want decent and fair pay. They'll want also nice working conditions, safe working conditions. Customers are external. They like to want low prices or maybe fair prices, good service. They want a good product or service being supplied, otherwise they're not going to buy it. Suppliers are external and they're going to want regular orders. They're going to want to make sure that their orders are paid for quickly, payment is on time. Government is external. They'll want to make sure a business pays the correct amount of tax. They'll also want them to get bigger potentially so that they create jobs as well. The local community, likewise with government, they're both external. And they will want to provide jobs in the local area. They'll also want no disruption, things like noise and air pollution. They don't want that to be happening. Here's some true or false questions. Again, you can pause it and just go through these. It may help. So feel free to pause it here, have a go, and then I'll put the answers up. Oh, I didn't actually put the answer up. So let's go through these. All stakeholders are owners of a business. Okay, that's obviously false. Okay, not all stakeholders are owners. Okay, all businesses have stakeholders. That's correct. Yeah, that's true. All businesses will have a variety of different stakeholders. Stakeholders can influence a business. Absolutely true. They can. They can protest. They can go on strike. They can, refuse to do certain things. Stakeholders are only interested in profits. Well, that's obviously not true, is it? I mean, owners may be interested in profits, but maybe the local community are not that interested in the business making a profit. Stakeholders generally want the business to succeed. Maybe this is a bit halfway, but in general I would say that the majority of stakeholders want a business to succeed, so I would go true. The effect stakeholders have on business, so I'll just pop, so these are basically the stakeholders and these are sort of things that they're wanting, or the effect, the impact they're having. So owners, again, they want to focus on profit. They may need to make redundancies, so sack people if it's not being cost effective. They should really want the business to grow and to do better. Employees, they can go on strike and that can have an impact on the business. They may put pressure on the business to increase pay, especially if things like inflation and things are becoming more expensive in the world. Customers, they can't survive without customers, a business, so they really need to please customers and keep them happy. They need to charge a fair price, have fair quality. Again, some people don't mind paying a cheaper amount for things and they'll accept it maybe is not as good a quality. But everything has to be fair. If you feel like you've bought something and it's not good quality, you're not going to buy it again. Suppliers, again, they're going to have an effect because the quality of whatever you're buying from a supplier will go into whatever you're selling. If you buy poor quality meat and then you try and sell burgers, they're not going to be good quality burgers. Also, the reliability of the supplier. If you're let down, they run out of stock and things like that, that's also going to have an impact on your business. The final couple then, so government, depending on what they do with taxation levels, that will impact on businesses, because if you increase income tax, then people have got less money to spend on businesses and go and spend out on meals. So again, that will have an impact. They can also provide grants, which are usually work like interest-free loans from the government. So they will give money out to businesses to help them grow and expand. If the government changes laws, that can have an impact. Things like ULEZ and stuff like that has an impact on businesses. And also spending. So government will spend money on things like schools, hospital, road networks, train networks. All of that will have an impact on businesses. If they cut back on that, it may have a negative impact on businesses. And finally, local community, they may protest regarding things like the environment and the impact of businesses that are doing the wrong thing. And that's it. Thank you very much for joining me again. Cheers. Bye.